Hey, good morning. It's Gary here with GT Alaska Adventures. So today is fluid change day on Johnny here. It's a 2015 1025R. I bought it, had 183 hours on it, and I just hit 384 the other day. So it's time to get the fluids changed. We've been working pretty hard with it here the last time home and this time home. I cut down 10 trees on our property, or had a tree service come do it. So we gathered up all that wood and processed all that. That's in my woodshed now. And then I had a new neighbor come buy some property. He cleared that for a building I guess he's going to put up. So I was able to acquire all that wood. That was probably, I don't know, 12, 15 trees. So we've been over there and pulling trees out and bringing them home. So that'll be for future firewood. And then just the other day, my other neighbor lives right next door to me. He had the same tree service come out and cut 16 trees down. So I got several of them trees. I didn't end up getting all of them. He burns wood too, so he's going to keep some of the trees. So anyways, yeah, it's been getting quite a workout. It's been doing a phenomenal job helping me pull them trees out. So anyways, time to get the fluids changed. This morning I took the loader bucket off there, and we took the ballast box off there. And over here, I'll show you, I took the side panel cover off there so I can access my fuel filter that's down here. It's got to be changed, and then it's just easier to get out the oil filter and everything. And so anyways, yeah, I'm going to get going on draining the engine oil first and getting that replaced and the new filter on there, and then I'm not sure what I'll do next, but it all needs to be done. So yeah, I'll try to film some of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all of it. I know this has been done before, so I don't want to be redundant and be that guy that shows you a video I've already seen before, but thought you might like to see some of it. So anyhow, stay tuned. So here we go. I've already loosened this plug up, and so I'm just going to back that drain plug out of there. Let her drip out of there. And I did run it this morning, so it had a chance to kind of warm up a little bit. Good time to have some gloves on, but didn't do that. Take this fill cap off here so we'll get some air in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to take this oil filter off here. So I'm sure they make a John Deere specific filter wrench, but this actually is a filter wrench off of for a Yamaha, my four-wheeler. So I'm hoping it's going to work good. It fits on there nicely, so see what happens. There she goes. Definitely a little snug on there. Yeah, it always gets stuck on there. There it goes. It's hitting the pan. That's a good sign. Okay, that's off. Okay, so we got the oil drained, filter off there, and a new filter installed. I'm going to go ahead and put the oil in now. Calls for 2.7 quarts, so not quite 3, but this is John Deere's oil. It is 10W30 is the weight. Okay, so we got 2 3/4 quart in there. Take this dipstick, clean it off good. See what we come up with here. Looks good. It's in the cross hatches. Call it good. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I took in I marked my filter there as well with the hours that are on it at the present time and then today's date. So that'll help me when it comes time to do it again. Keep an eye on it. So I thought I would do this fuel filter next, but I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's your shut-off valve right there. And with this Mauser cab, this little tin plate right here doesn't allow that to go back far enough. So looks like I'm going to have to remove these two, this one and this one, and hopefully I gain access to it that way. So that seemed to do the trick. We got the valve closed now, so I just had loosened the bolts up a little bit and was able to push that panel back. So anyways, I'm going to grab a Ziploc baggie, I think, and put up and over that canister, see if it will contain some of the fluid. I don't want to get it all over the place. Okay, it's probably a little bit overkill, but I couldn't find any other pliers that are big enough to do this, so something to loosen that up a little bit with. It seems to be loose. Probably can spin it by hand now. Hopefully I don't get a bath. You got fluid. Okay, cool. Now to get that out of there without spilling it all over the place. This bag might not have been the best idea. I thought these just pulled down. There it goes. Oh, she's dripping. Well, wonder how long that'll go on for. Man, why is it still dripping? What that little plastic thing's all about. Okay, so next thing on the list to do is that filter right there. So you're gonna have to get in here with some pliers and pinch that line there, and then pinch this other line here. It feeds both sides of the filter to hopefully stop the flow of fuel and pull it out of there and put the new one in. So, okay, so we got her pinched off, and we'll try to remove these clamps now. And again, hopefully I don't get flooded. Or break a clamp. Okay, that one slid back. Back about as far as I'm going to get it. Moment of truth. Hope we get that line pinched off. Okay, one end is out. And it doesn't seem to be dripping too bad. That's a good sign. And I think this end is the end that goes to the tank. So okay, well, got a little on my shirt sleeve, but oh my goodness, I think I got some on my phone too. Wonderful. Yeah, I wanted a new phone. Okay, so we got the old one out. Now to get the new one in. Yeah, let's just repeat how we did her. That end in. Oh my, no room. There she goes. Okay, sweet. Yeah, get a little fluid in there, not too much yet. Turn the key on, let it prime it. Oh yeah, we got fuel in there now. Okay. Okay, next on the list is going to be the transmission here. So directions say take the tire off, so I'm going to take the tire off just because where all that good stuff is located is down in there, and I just think it's going to be easier. Okay, so you see right in here, right there, that's your drain for your transmission. This thing holds a lot, so I bought this this pan here at Old Wally World. It's a 23 quart, so this thing takes like 3 some gallons, so it should be plenty. Okay, we got her broke loose. Let's get the light out of there so don't flood the light. Oh my, there she comes. Oh, hey, you guys got a good view of the tire. Sorry about that. Must have bumped it. So I'll show you real quick here on these Mauser cabs. You got to open the back window. There's the best way to get at it. Right down here is your fill hole. So kind of interesting. You flip the seat forward and you can access it. It's not too bad. So okay, well, we're gonna let that drain. So next on the list is going to be this filter right here, your transmission filter. And I don't have the right wrench for that, at least the nice one that plugs on the end. So I'm going to try to make it work with this old fashioned filter wrench. She is loose. Okay, so we got the filter off there. I got the new oil filter in my hand. Take a little bit of that residual on top of the pan here. Put it on my finger. Oil up this gasket on here nice and good. I've already checked there. There doesn't seem to be any debris on the face of that. In fact, that's the cleanest I've ever seen a surface of an oil filter. Alright, so we're going to get this started on there. There she goes finally. Okay, so right there she's touching. Try to give her a good hand tightening after that point. That's probably good enough. Okay, so I didn't show it, but if you read your owner's manual, so you're supposed to fill this 1/3 to half, I believe it said. So I don't know, I put some in there. It looked like it was about 1/3 full and spun it back on there, so I had to take it off when I was off camera there. And so I bought one of these little paint sticks. Might have mentioned that earlier, but anyway, so I'm going to write the hours on this filter someplace. And I'll try to include all the necessary parts and pieces you need in the description there when the video is over. This little filter right here, believe it or not, I paid $41 at the dealer for it. So they're not cheap, but well worth it if it keeps the transmission together. So we got the trans filter in place and a drain plug in place. And so the next time we're going to be working on it right here. There's a little rubber hose here, a couple clamps on it. From what I'm seeing or seen on videos, you gotta loosen those clamps up, slide them up. Somehow slide that hose up on this metal tubing above it, and you gotta get it off of this part here. This right here is a, I picked this up the other day. I had just a regular Allen wrench, a 6mm, but I wanted something I could use with a socket, so 6mm is the size on that. If you don't have one, might want to pick one of those up. So I'm going to work on these hoses here and clamps and see if I can get them to free themselves up. Yeah, I finally got the hose to move, but I'm not sure. I guess it's going to try to slide it up. Not a fan of putting clamps on hoses. And I don't know if it slides up or not. Looks like it's going, but yeah, I think it's moving, but what the hell? Somehow my oil pan sprung a leak here. Oh man, I must have poked a hole in it. Okay, well that was exciting. I got a mess to clean up. You can see all that on the floor, but it's a brand new oil pan that I bought. Went to slide it back to get it underneath the hose in case it leaked. Well, apparently, I can't hold the camera and show you, but one of those corners right there, apparently I got a little crack in it by rubbing it too hard against my jack stand there, and yeah, so it started leaking all over the floor. So I'm going to take a little pause and clean my floor up. Oh, that was fun. I think we got the floor pretty well cleaned up. Lots of paper towels and mineral spirits. So I'm going to go back to trying to loosen up this hose and get it up out of the way before I got really interrupted there. Almost. Oh, hey. Jeez, I don't know if there's enough room. There we go. I got her clear now. Hallelujah. We got so many rags, I'm not sure which one's mineral spirits and which one's covered in oil. Okay, so next process or next step is to take out that little Allen bolt that holds that screen in there, I guess. Okay, she's loose. Don't see no washers or nothing with that, so. There's your screen. I got some debris on it for sure. And there's an O-ring on the end of that. So we'll get that cleaned off and show you that. So I was looking at this, and first I thought maybe I was missing it. There's a magnet inside here. I don't know if that's going to tap out or not, but we'll give it a try here. It's okay, that's not working. There she goes. Just kind of want to take it out of there, and then I don't really know what would be the best way. I'm thinking about just pouring some mineral spirits through it and try to clean it out that way. Let's see if we can fish it out of there. For a minute I thought it was missing in action. There she is. For some reason I thought it was the whole length of this tube, but I guess not. So anyways, yeah, we'll get this cleaned up and I'll show you putting it back together. So we took in, put this in oil pan of mineral spirits, and I just kept sloshing around in there, and flushed it out as best I could. And then one thing I did do off camera here is I took that magnet that's inside of here, and on my little gadget I bought, I put that magnet on there, and I actually electrical taped it to that bar, the flexible bar, and very carefully, so I didn't accidentally lose it in there. But that seemed to kind of pick up a little bit more debris, so I'm feeling pretty confident it's clean, as clean as I'm going to get it. So there's that O-ring inside of here. I want to make sure that thing seats in there good, I guess. Well, it seems like it's in there, so we're going to go ahead and put this back in there and put that Allen bolt back in there. That's got an O-ring on the outside of it as well, that little housing. So I make sure, or I did make sure that was clean and there's no debris inside the hole or where it went back in. So hopefully we'll have a good seal. It's kind of difficult getting the little pieces off of that magnet. It takes a lot of playing to get it to come clean. If I could find my ratchet, I could probably put that back in there. Oh, here it is. Probably tight enough. Alright, yep. Well, I'm not going to bore you with putting this hose back on. I'm going to just do that off camera. Okay, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. That was a pain in the butt. But we got it on there. I think the other clamp was oriented the other way. But I put it in there so you can access it right there. I think before I try this next time, maybe invest in a better pair of pliers. Obviously, I didn't have the right kind. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and put the tire back on there now and get it back down on the ground where it's level, and then start adding the trans fluid to it, hydraulic fluid. All right, we're inside the cab here now, and we got the funnel in place, and I'm going to attempt to not make a mess inside my cab. Okay, there's one. 2.3 to go. Okay, 0.3 of an ounce is 38.4 ounces. She's up to the mark now, so I'm going to leave it alone. Call that good. Check it once I run it, because that filter probably will take a little bit more, but I'd rather be a little short than be over at this point. So that finishes the transmission part, hydraulic change, and then the next thing I want to do is look at the front axle there and get that fluid out of there and get that changed out. So yeah, we're getting there. So right here is your drain for your front axle, and that happens to be a 14mm socket. If it's like all the rest of the plugs, it's probably in there nice and snug. So we'll go ahead and take that out, get that draining. There we go. I don't see no washer, no face washer on that one. And we'll go ahead and take out the fill plug, little dipstick there, and let it get some air. Okay, we'll just let that drain. And this one here, once we get that all drained out, according to the book there, shorten this down a little bit. Yeah, right here, both sides. Gotta have those little drains where you gotta drain that part of the axle or the hub, whatever it's called. Anyways, it's gonna take a while to drain, so I'll be back. Okay, I won't show you both of these, but gonna go ahead and try to get this side here draining. And unlike my buddy Tractor Time with Tim there, it's not really my buddy, I guess I shouldn't say that. I don't know the guy. Watch enough of his videos, does some good stuff. I didn't have any cool-up containers, but happened to finish off some cottage cheese for lunch there, so we're going to use that. Now, that is not the most prettiest of colors there, so kind of wondering if they didn't change this the last time they did it. Maintenance. Okay, I want to go over this with you. Pays to read all the fine print. And so I put the drain plugs back in the axles here, and all three of them, the two hubs and in the center part there. And I started filling it. And it said 3 quarts on the book, so I'm pouring it in there nice and slow, and it kept overflowing. And it's like, man, this thing just doesn't get no air. And it tells you to make sure you wait for an hour once you put the fluid in there to let it settle down, and then check your level and add more if you need to. Well, right here on the top of these hubs, you see that Allen wrench. That's 4 millimeter, if I believe. I'll check again. But anyways, it's a little bleed that allows air. So yeah, so I could not get the full 3 quarts in there, and I kept wondering what the heck's going on. And I actually took a little syringe and started siphoning some of it out of there, because I was like, well, it's got to get air somehow, you know. Anyhow, I went back to the book and seen where you got to remove these. So I wanted to point that out to you. I'm going to finish taking that out now. Okay, well, Johnny's all put back together, and we got the loader bucket on there and the ballast box back on there. So I got a couple more things to do with my pallet forks to move my my rear blade in here, and I'm not sure if I'll include it in this video, but I'll be putting on my snowblower buried over there and all that rubble. So yeah, it took a while for that front axle to level out and to get the fluid to flow into those hubs, but those little bleeders, that was the trick. So that and hooking on these hydraulic lines to get the loader arm back on. Anybody's got some tips or ideas on a better setup, because man, those are a pain in the butt to get back on. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. on my 200-hour service on my John Deere 1025R. Hope you found some value in today's video and possibly seen something that will help you out with your tractor. And if you like what you've seen here today, please hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you, and love to show you some of my Alaskan adventures with the tractor and other things we do. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.